Hello everyone, welcome back to another Gotham City Chronicles battle report. I'm still going to call them battle reports, I just am. It's stuck in my head as the word to insert after saying the game name. And because of the Gracier shortage at the end of July, slowing down, getting new models painted up, we are back in Arkham Asylum for Experiments in the Madhouse, another mission from the bonus content to Season 1. We will get onto that Birds of Prey mission sooner or later, Kif, I promise. So this one looks very complicated because of all the additional zeros you see here. That's just because the game doesn't come with enough props, or apt props to use for this mission. The mission itself is pretty simple. It's a two-hero mission, so we have regular old Batman and regular old Catwoman. They are teaming together. We'll go over their equipment in a second. They are going to break into the asylum. I forgot to put their miniatures on the board, but one is starting there, one is starting up there. And they're stopping Professor Pig and Hugo Strange from doing mutations, or experimental mutations, on the inmates of Arkham Asylum. And the guards have been mind-controlled to be on their side, so that's why there is actually some allied guards and there's a blue tile in the river for the villain. So the way it works, the black zeros, one there, one there, one there, one there, and one there, so 5 in total. Those indicate safes. Again, the game only comes with one safe mini, so that's why you can't use the mini. And the objective for Batman and Catwoman is before the end of their turn 6, which is when the game ends, so it's a bit of a shorter one. They have to pick the locks on the safes of at least 4 out of the 5. If they haven't done that, villains win. Simple as that. The thing that makes it a bit more complicated is these. These indicate closed and locked doors. This is computer number 2, which needs to be hacked to open these two, I think. That's computer terminal number 1, which needs to open those two, and if both computers are hacked, door number 3, which is the one that Professor Pig is guarding, opens up. And there, you can see what the reinforcement points are for the villains. The door to Arkham Asylum also counts as a reinforcement point, but there is no marker on it. So the special thing that Hugo, Strange and Professor Pig can do is if there is a minion on the same square as them, so say this guy was here, they can, just as a free action when they activate, say, oh, you're injected with a mutation now. They have to move and attack, or they have to attack if the target is right there. They get a single black rerollable die rather than whatever they normally get, and then after doing that attack, they die. They just explode because the mutation is unstable. Now, if you use the warning symbol on the river, you can just get reinforcement points as per, or you can infect a tile, and you get that same thing where you get a black rerollable, except they don't explode afterwards, and they can't do ranged attacks anymore, which is only apt for the Joker henchmen with the pistols. So I think that covers everything. It does start with the hero turn, goes to their turn 6. Batman is bringing Compact Master Key, so his lockpicking is better because the safes are annoying. I think they're difficulty 6. Strengthened armor, so he has 1 automatic defense in melee combat, and some tear gas. Catwoman, her equipment is dictated by the mission. She has to bring a medkit and her whip, which adds up to 3 total encumbrance, which does actually mean she doesn't have 3 free movement, she gets reduced to 2. And also Batman and her have to start with 4 in the fatigue zone there. I think that about covers everything. Professor Pig and Hugo Strange both have 4 HP each, they're not that tough. And yeah, let's get started. So, hero turn 1. Obviously everyone's staying active. Catwoman gets 2 energy. Batman gets 2 energy. Their minis are now on the board at the spots I just indicated. And there's a safe in each of their starting quadrants. So Catwoman with her 2 free movement is going to go 1, 2. I think she's just going to ignore him. And she's going to spend 2 on movement to go 1, 2 and say hello, good sir. Now if she ignores the guard, that makes the difficulty check on the safe 1 higher. So she's going to use 2, which is 2 yellow rerollable dice, but the whip also gives her a 3rd. Oh sorry, the whip also gives her reach, so she can attack from an adjacent, like if she was standing here, she could still attack him, but she wants to be in there because that's where the safe is, so that's why she still moved in there. Alright, 3 rerollables. Good start. So that is 4, just, I always forget, yeah, this Catwoman has martial arts, so that's actually 5. The Arkham guards have 1 armor, so it is up to 4. That is too many to defend against this early. So that guard is kaput. So it does mean she's alone with the safe. Now, does she have the lockpicking skill? She has lockpicking level 2. Alright. We're going to have to lean over here because I need to double check what the check is on the safe. I apologise. It's a complex manipulation of... I can't read if that's a 5 or a 6. I really shouldn't do that. It's a 5. So she just needs to get 3 then because she has 2 automatic successes. Let's do 2 on the complex manipulation, so she's rolling 2 red, and she needs to get 3. She got it. Okay. This safe has been hacked. We'll just put it on our card to say she's hacked and taken the content, whatever. It's the formula for the mutations that they're experimenting with, I believe. Good enough. She's got 2 energy left. She's not going to do anything else this turn. And it's kind of going to be the same thing for Batman. He's got 2 free movement. He's going to whoop, whoop. And he's going to club that poor delusional man in the face for 2 red. And we have 2 red conveniently here. So that's 2, it goes up to 3 because of his martial artist, and then back down to 2 because of their 1 armor. That will get blocked by the villain. And will not be adjusted by the hero, so orange die, where are we? There we are. Didn't block it. Whoop. The poor crazy gentleman is gone. So then Batman's going to have to spend 1 movement to walk into the room with the safe. And he's also going to hack it. Now, this Batman does not have the lockpicking skill normally. However, because I brought this, he has lockpicking level 1, so it's 1 off of the total required. His lockpicking, or his complex manipulation, isn't great, so he is going to do all 3. So that's 3 orange dice. And he technically needs 4, because it's 5 down to 1 with the lockpick automatic success. Oof. Okay, he's going to do 2 rerolls. Oh, come on. I was reading up on house rules that the people use for this game, and I read a really good one that I haven't implemented, but I am going to just throw it out there. There is a house rule that a lot of people play in this game where you accumulate successes rather than having to get the same amount every turn. I.e., if you needed complex manipulation, thought action, whatever, of 5, you get 3 and fail after rerolls. You attempt it again next turn, you just need to get the 2. For that character. If someone else came in, they'd have to start from scratch, but if the same character tried again, they know what they're doing, so they need to get less. I think that's a good house rule. I haven't implemented it, but when you see things like that, or Alfred failing to get a 3 for 2 turns in a row, like it did in that Wayne Mansion mission, it's easy to see why people use that house rule. But anyway, Batman failed. He didn't hack the safe. He's got nothing left. So it's over to villain turn 1. So we're over in villain corner. The 1 defense that got spent is over there. They get it all back. Smells like scheming over here. And the first tile that's going to activate is the one that starts in the number 1 slot. It's just the prisoners. They're going to move, and one of them is going to hassle Catwoman. That reminds me, actually, I did have a couple of corrections from the previous battle report. As is always, things get overlooked or forgotten about as playing. Ra's al Ghul's martial artist level 2 was totally forgot despite me mentioning it, which is slightly embarrassing. The other thing that was done incorrectly is I accidentally rolled a henchman's attack when I meant to be doing their complex manipulation or complex thought, whichever. So I rolled 2 rerollable yellows instead of a white and a yellow. My bad. It's when you're yapping away and playing, you know, things get forgotten. Anyway, prisoners, they move 3, and it's a white and a yellow attack die. Because this one is going to go boop boop and hassle Catwoman and attack her. This one is going to go doop 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 and hassle Batman and attack him. And the other one is inside where for some reason there's a safe inside Dr. Freeze's cell, whatever. He's just going to stay there and guard that. So anyway, white and yellow against Catwoman. Nothing. White and yellow versus Batman. So that is 3. Batman automatically blocks 1 because of his strengthened armor. So it's 2 coming in. And he gets an automatic orange. He'll roll the automatic orange. He needs a 2. Took 2 damage. Just like that. And that was the first activation. Second activation, the guards can't really do anything. Let's move Hugo Strange because he's not anywhere useful. He's in the Joker's cell for some reason. So yeah, that's 2 to activate him. Put him to the end there. He's just going to move. He's not going to infect anyone. He moves 2. He's going to go 1, 2. He's making his way to guard this safe down here because Professor Pig's got kind of like the front line. And that should have been over there. But yeah, I think that's it for villain turn 1. So we're going over to hero, turn 2. So we are into hero turn 2. Catwoman is going to stay active and just take the 2 energy. Batman is already having to rest, but he gets 6. This Batman does when he rests. So 2, 4, 6, and I'll hopefully help him out next turn. So Catwoman also has elusive or evasive, whichever one it's called, level 2, so she can ignore up to 2, assuming each henchman is only threat 1, when she's moving. So she's just going to move for free and go 1, 2 into the square with the crazy here. She's going to spend 1 on movement, and again her evasive ignores his threat, to go to the PC here, and she's going to hack it. And I definitely should have checked what the check is for the computer before starting recording again. Let me lean over here. Here we go. Here's the mission. Complex thought of difficulty 3 to hack the door, so it's much easier. Difficulty 3 of a complex thought. Her thought actions are only orange. Okay. She needs a 3. Let's go for... Let's just use them all because she's resting next turn anyway. She needs 3. She got him. So this computer is hacked. Don't need to put it on a card because it doesn't do anything. So that is computer number... I should have left the book over here. That is computer number 2. So now this door here has opened and that can be traversed. This door here is open and that can be traversed. Oh, forgot to mention, but henchmen can just move through the doors freely. They aren't trapped like Batman and Catwoman are, because they have identification badges, etc. So those 2 doors have opened. Batman still needs to hack if he wants to open that one and that one. And then once both are hacked, this door, Professor Pig, can open. But that's it for Hero Turn 2 because there wasn't much to be done. So we're back over to the villains for their second turn. So back over with the villain, all energy over here. 2 are being spent to activate the warning tile and to do the special activation, which is 3 reinforcement points plus activate the mutation. And the mutation, we'll use one of these. We'll just use that to indicate that these Arkham guards have been triggered. Their mutation is activated. They can't do ranged attacks, not that they could. Any melee attack they have is now just a single black rerollable die. They're hulking out, essentially. And the 3 reinforcement points mean that the 2 casualties thus far can come back. 1 Arkham guard and a crazy. Let's see where we can put them. Let's put the crazy... Let's put the crazy at the front door. He's coming home. He had a long night. And let's put the Arkham guard who's also hulking out now. Would he be able to get what their movement is? Their movement is 2, so he can't catch Batman this turn, but he can get him next turn. Let's put him here because he's going to go harass Batman with his hulking out powers. So yeah, on that subject, the other tile that the villain's going to activate is just the cheap and cheerful hulking out guards. I don't think any of them are going to get to attack this turn, but they will get the opportunity next turn. So they move 2. Let's move this one. 1, 2 towards Catwoman, so that's their combined menace now in that tile. I think she still counters it because they're both 1, I believe. Yeah, they're both 1, so she can actually still slip through if she wanted to, but still. This one's going to move 1, 2. This one is going to move 1, 2, and he's going to guard the computer because that would be the most annoying thing to do. And I believe that's all of them moved. Yep, so the villain didn't need to do much because of a fluffed turn, more or less, but we're over to the halfway point, the Hero Turn 3 already. Oh, Catwoman's going to be taking the turn off, so she is getting back 5. Really feels this mission is illustrating just how imbalanced towards the heroes these missions are when you take dice rolling into account. Batman is going active, so he gets 2. And, well, he's the only one going to be doing anything because of Catwoman not doing anything there. Let's see, what should he do? Let's do... He doesn't really need to beat him up. So he wants to move to the console. No, wait, no, he doesn't, because the safe he hasn't even done the safe yet. Never mind, I totally forgot. Good lord, he's useless. Okay, we'll punch the guard twice. Way ahead of myself there. Okay, that's 3 up to 4, back down to 3 because of his armor. That would require 2 dice to defend. Yes, that would be defended against, but to be extra irritating. So 3, no. Reroll could technically save him. No, that's going into wasteful energy territory. That's a villain getting a little bit cocky. Okay, well now he's going to try and pick the lock again. So he needs 5 down to 4 because of his lockpick skill, and let's go for his max, which is 3 orange dice. Ah, ha ha ha. Well, that adds up to 3 out of the 5 required. Again, if we were using that house roll, it would now have been picked because he did 3 last turn, or last attempt, sorry, because he rested in between. He'll re-roll 2 of them, I guess. Okay, well, he's done. That's all he can do. Yeah, that's all he can do. So we're over to villain turn 3. So, villains, you don't need to do anything. The dice are quite capable of making the heroes lose this without your help, but Joker's gang will activate for 1, because I think there is an opportunity for a ranged attack. So we'll bring the card over here, see what we can do. So this one here might as well go do. Now, again, this is sometimes the game ignores logic for rules' sake. Because these are all linked by orange lines, he, despite having a clear line of sight to Catwoman, cannot shoot her because orange lines are adjacent only. If he was here and Catwoman was here, because there's no orange lines, he would be able to see her clearly. It's you know, let's not sit and complain about the bizarre rules. Everyone knows they're not well written. So anyway, this card is going to move 1, 2, and he is in adjacent room, so now he can shoot Catwoman. And the other one that's up here, he's just going to stay there because he's near a safe. Although, granted, they're probably never going to make it to that safe. He'll still wait there for now. So anyway, one of them is shooting at Catwoman. Oh, I actually spotted something else I'd done wrong. If one of them had done a ranged attack, they get to do 2. Huh. They're actually surprisingly deadly. So yellow rerollable, first shot at Catwoman. Does she automatically block a ranged? She does. So we might as well reroll that to try for 2. Didn't. Second attack on Catwoman. Needs at least a 2. Nope. That was a fail. Okay, well that's that done. Will Professor Pig do anything? He's got sneak attack level 2, leadership 2, and horror level 1. I guess he'll move. Why not? Save lots of energy for rerolls. His movement is only 2, so he's not going to be able to get to Catwoman. Actually, he can only move 2, so he's there. But next turn he could just go harass Batman, just to embarrass him further. Oh, I'm sorry, totally forgot to put the Joker's gang back on first. But yeah, that's it for the villain turn. So we're over to hero turn 4. Alright, we're going to need some big plays here. So Catwoman is going active. And she's getting 2 energy. Batman is staying active, so he's getting 4. Now his turn's super simple. He's picking the insert bad word here, safe. 3 orange dice. Hang on, so that's 3. Lockpicking gets him up to 4. He's going to need to spend a reroll. This has to be a 1. Well, you know, so lockpicking again, it only gives him skill 1, that adds up to 4, and needs to get to 5. Well, anyway, over to Catwoman's turn, I guess. She is going to automatic success manipulate to drop the medkit so that her free movement goes up to 3. And she'll just plonk it there. So, trying to do some addition here. So, normal move would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 4. However, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it wouldn't be 8 to get here. However, she has elusive 2. That brings it back down to 6. Which also ignores him, so that brings it back down to 5, right? Let me make sure I'm counting this right. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. That is 5 movement, 3 of which is free. So she spends 2. Now, have I done that? I'm going to double check. 1, 2, because she only ignores 2. 3, 4, she ignores him. 5 movement required, 3 of which is free because she dropped the medkit, so she has to spend 2. Yes. She has moved, she is fast. She is scarpering because Batman can't do anything. She still has 2 more movement left. She's going to spend it. Cap out her movement at 4. Go 1. Wait. Oh no, that only puts her on Professor Strange's square. Let's do her there then and bring 1 back. Because that's not enough to get into the room I wanted to get into. And, you know, well, let's smack Strange just because. 3 rerollable yellow dice plus an extra rerollable yellow dice for her whip. And again, the whip gives her range so she can attack the tile adjacent. She doesn't need to be on the same tile as him. All these are rerollable, which is just as well because 3 of them are blank. So that is 4, 5 with martial arts. Hugo Strange's armor is 2. Yeah, I'm just seeing if he has any other skills related to combat. No, he doesn't. So it's 3, 4, 5, 4, 3. So 3 damage coming into him. He has 4 HP, so it's not going to kill him either way. 3 damage, he'll block 1. 3 damage comes down to 2 damage. Hugo Strange has 2 HP left. And with that embarrass... Is this Batman? Is this Damian pretending to be Batman? Because he is useless. He is absolutely... We're going to fail because Batman's wasted 3 turns. That's all there is to it. That's why this game needs house rules, I feel. This is the perfect example of why. But either way, we are into villain turn 4. So as per usual, the heroes are doing a perfectly good job of failing on their own, so I think the villains are mostly just going to have a nice cup of tea and not do particularly much. Hugo Strange is going to activate, just so she can punch Catwoman, just because. Just needs to move 1 square, and then he's got a white and a orange attack die. Nothing else that affects melee combat, but hey, why not? He hits her for 2, yes, he hits her for 2. She has nothing left to defend, so she can't buy any defense, so that's just an automatic 2 damage. Hugo Strange did alright. Simple enough. Now the other tile that's going to activate is quite expensive, but hey, they don't need rerolls because nobody's getting attacked. 4 on the guards that have been mutated. So the guards that have been mutated are moving 2. And this is maximum troll. 1. Oh, he can't quite make it. You know what, he's going to stay there, but still. I thought both of them could make it. That's okay, he can make it in. He can technically make it in with his extra movement. Actually, that would make this... He doesn't get to attack because you have to either move, attack, attack, move, and then you get the option to spend in your second movement phase as the villains. But he would do that after this guy's completed his attack. So that's a single black rerollable because they've been mutated. Don't need to reroll that. That's 4 damage down to 3 because of his body armor. He has nothing left in defense. Oh wait, sorry, he has an automatic orange. My bad. So 3 damage. 3 damage. Oh dear, this is not Batman. This is Ratman. They didn't notice on the application form. So anyway, he did his move. This one's going to move 1, 2, and then 1 extra energy is being spent to move him in there, because that increases the difficulty of the safe crack by 2. Batman is going to do absolutely nothing in this whole mission. Absolutely nothing. Anyway, second last turn for the heroes coming up. So it is the second last turn for the heroes, as previously stated. However, both of them are going to rest, so there isn't actually a turn. Catwoman gets 5 energy back. Batman gets 6. Boom. That's it done. Straight over to the villain's last turn, because only the heroes get a turn 6. So all the spent energy comes back over here, but then 5 gets bounced over, and it's 3, 4, 5. It really doesn't matter who gets activated, because they've lost. They can't win. So, you know what? There's 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7, and the guards are going to go again, and the 2 on Batman are going to punch him. Because quite frankly, after the showing he's done today, he deserves it. First one, rerollable black die. Oop, I accidentally killed that one. That's 4 damage. He has an automatic orange defense. He'll spend 1, so he gets 2 orange. Oh, he actually blocked it all. Other one. He's going to reroll. He's going to try for 4. Okay, he missed. That's fine. Well, is there anything else worth that? Oh, they have no energy left, so they can't activate anything. Fair enough. It's over to hero turn 6, where I'm sure they'll discover some possible way of turning this around. Well, you two, this is your moment. Go active, or go home. 2 energy. 2 energy. And, well, Batman is going to punch one of the guards. Okay, that's good. That's well, again, martial arts is countered by their armor, so just say 4 damage. The villain has no energy to defend, so boom, gone. And this Batman has combo, level 1, so it's a single red into the other henchman on the tile. That's 1 damage. Again, nothing to defend, so he's actually gone. Why would you wait until the last turn to start beating people up, Batman? And then he's going to pick the safe. 3 orange. I sound dejected. This has been an embarrassing showing. Just there was an accident at work. Let's use 2 re-rollables. It's still not enough. It brings it to 4 with the lockpick skill. I want to ping him again. Alright, anyway, let's do Catwoman's turn just because she can ignore Hugo Strange because of her evasive. She has more than enough free movement to get into there. Can you at least get away with some of the evidence or whatever it is you're doing? She has 2 automatic. Let's do 2 red. So that brings it to 5. Right, 3, 4, 5. That is enough. She has hacked a second safe. She's on the scoreboard for 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She would ignore the villains, but she needs 5 movement. At the most she can get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But if she maxes out movement, she can get to another safe because she ignores via evasive or elusive. I keep on saying the wrong thing. And she'll use a single red die. If it's a 3, she does it. Well, that's the end of the game. The heroes lose. Also, I accidentally moved it to... Oh no, I didn't. It's fine. The heroes lose. So if nothing else, this mission definitely illustrated that if you just get bad luck with dice rolls, the fact that the game inherently is biased towards the villain. And I get why it is. Monolith made it this way because it means when the heroes win, it's always down to the wire. So it feels really good when you're just the hero at the last possible moment wins, and that feeling is fantastic, and that's what they're trying to create. But as a result, if the dice just don't go your way, and there's like the yellow dice and the orange dice, these are so swingy, it can just kill a game 2 turns in. Like, it was obvious this was not going to be a win for the heroes after Batman failed his first attempt to hack a relatively easy roll because he only gets 3 orange dice. Let's see how many attempts it takes on a natural roll to get. He needs 4 because he had a free 1. Now, granted, he could have been buying re-rolls. How many attempts was that? That was like 5 or 6 rolls. That's how many turns the game was. So I ask you in the comments, is it okay if I institute the house rule that if a character is trying to lockpick, hack, etc., you accumulate successes? Because it's the most frustrating way to lose, I feel. The game is still fun to play, but it becomes too obvious that the heroes are going to lose if you just get bad dice roll. Again, the prime example is Alfred failing on, I think it was 2 orange dice, to get a success of 3 for like 2 full turns in a row. It's just, it was too swingy. Much too swingy. The other thing to bring up as well as we end this one is people disagreeing with me that when you're resting you can pull from this area. Now, as previously discussed, this rulebook is a mess. An absolute convoluted mess of poorly written flowcharts. My primary source of learning how to play this game is the official, well not the official, the videos that Monolith commissioned a YouTube channel to make because their own official video on how to play is also incomprehensible thanks to them having someone who can't speak good English playing the game by themselves and getting muddled as they play, making it just even more of a mess. So if they did it wrong, then yeah, I'm doing it wrong. But that's the way I'm doing it because that's the way I was taught. And also, even if it is wrong, it's yet another handicap to the side of this game that do not need a handicap. The heroes always lose, more or less, especially if the dice are against you. Now, if you roll perfect, then the heroes can absolutely stomp, but the dice are so swingy, stomping is far less likely, regardless, in my opinion. So, I think that covers everything I wanted to cover. This was obviously a wash of a mission. We might try again in the future. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there because some post came in the door and gave me a fright. So I was saying, who can I use instead of regular Batman? I can use Frank Miller Batman, who I think is better at complex manipulations. Could be wrong, but I think he is. I think he rolls red dice. So that might have made a difference. The other option would have been Montoya. And for the second slot, could have brought Long Halloween Catwoman or Duke instead. Although I think this Catwoman was the perfect one. I guess you kind of have to, like, rather than picking the heroes you like, you have to cater your heroes to the mission if you want to improve your chances. If I'm right about Frank Miller Batman being better at complex manipulations, or maybe it was hacking, I think it is complex manipulations offhand, then you've got to bring him, I guess, because this Batman is rubbish at it. Anyway, I'm rambling too much. Thank you for watching. Next time will be the Birds of Prey mission. I swear, maybe. Like, I've got my grey seer now, so I can get back to painting. We'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Ta-ta for now.